Now we come to slide number 3, and it is question number 2. How does the story suggest that optimism helps to endure the direst stress? Now, basically, the question is asking you to understand how optimism helps. If you look at the broader term, then being optimistic is always wonderful, because what happens when you're optimistic? You look for solutions. That's the best thing that happens. You do not look at the problem, you look at the solution. You try to find a way out. And when you try to find a way out, half the battle is won. You have already embarked upon the journey to complete the task. So you're not even thinking about this cannot happen, or it is not possible, or it is impossible. No, you are thinking how to make it possible. So optimism always takes you towards a solution. Pessimism will always keep you in your place without you exploring your boundaries, without you going around to find out what more you can do. You can never test yourself if you are not optimistic. Optimism is the one thing that will help you to reach for the farthest goal, maybe the impossible, which you thought that it's never going to be in your reach, but that is where you're going to reach if you are optimistic. So in the story, they say that how does it suggest that optimism helps them endure? It does, because look at the children. When the son says that I'm not afraid to die, Daddy, don't worry about it. As long as we are together, I'm happy, and this is where I want to be. I don't want to be anywhere in the world at this point of time. I want to be with you. So he is transferring his hope and optimism to his parents, to his father, who feels that I'm responsible for the family, I'm the head of the family, and I need to keep everybody safe, and I'm failing miserably. This is what he feels. But the father listens to the child, and he understands that I'm not failing, I'm trying. And when I'm trying, I'll try my level best, maybe more than my level best, to take my family to safety. So he is filled with more hope. He is filled with a renewed vigor. He is filled with the thought process that I have to do this for my children, if nothing else. They deserve to grow up, to see the lovely life that is around. They deserve a second chance, and I need to work to give the second chance to them. Every parent wants to do that for their child. It's not something new. Every parent wants it. But parents sometimes forget it. So here the child reminds him that with you it is our life and we don't have a problem. So go ahead and do your best. Then you come to Sue, the daughter. Now she makes a card for her parents, and she puts all the happy things in the card. She puts optimistic things in the card. Let's say it is such a lovely family, and aren't we laughing, and all those things that she writes. What does she do? She reminds her parents of a happy time. She reminds her parents to look into that happy time and then work on this one as well. So in her own way, she is trying to steer the parents towards optimism. Then she doesn't make a hue and cry about her injuries, and she doesn't talk too much about it. She doesn't ask for attention, because she realizes that her parents need this time and the elders need this time to find a solution to touch land. So she, in her own subtle way, tells her parents that she is with them in this journey to wherever they are going. Even if it is, getting lost at sea, we are still together, and we are not blaming you for anything. We are just thankful that we are with you. That is more important. So those children, the two of them, the brother sister, they de-stress the parents from their own side. They bring the stress levels down, and that simple task brings up the optimism. And then the father tries, and he works hard, and he tries to find out where they are, how they're going to reach, and finally he's able to take them there to safety, and they're saved. So these are the things that the question is addressing, and how optimism can change your life. You will always find what you look for. I have been telling you so many times. If you look for good things, you will find good things, because you will be centered towards the positive. If you look for negative, you will find negative. Now it is my duty and it is my work to edit what you people write or what anybody writes. I edit stories, I edit articles, I edit work that is done by other people. What am I doing? I'm looking for a mistake. So I find mistakes. So many times children will say, I never realized it. Or even the elders will say, oh, I missed that. Because I find it as I'm looking for it. So if I'm looking for a mistake, I'll find a mistake. I remember once one of the children, he was talking about driving, and I said, okay, show me your license. He showed me that. The moment he opened it up, I said, okay, this is expired. It's not on. He says, ma'am, I have been through so many police checkposts. Nobody has looked at it and pointed it out that it is expired. You are the only one who's been able to do it. Now why? Because I am programmed to find a mistake. So what you are programmed to do, or what you program your brain to do, that is what your brain is going to find. So if you focus on optimism, the positive, you will find positive. ढूंढने से तो भगवान भी मिल जाता है. So why not something that is good? So that is what optimism does to any situation. Same here. Thank you.